You might be wondering why I have a little strip of Band-Aid on my nose. That is because, God, my nose has been killing me for the past couple of days. And you might be like, what are you doing underneath your car? Besides the fact that it is like, don't tell me there's, yeah. Okay, I'm going to grab a 14. I'm taking the cat off this car, because when it's underneath, someone can steal this very easily. So I'm going to be taking this cat off, because I don't want anyone to steal it. Yeah. Also, there is a bunch of oil stains underneath this car, and I realize now that my frame bracket was sorry, I thought this was subframe for a second. My frame, this could be subframe. It is really hot right now. It is like 100 something, and I'm underneath a car in sweatpants. My subframe bracket is being scraped. Like, it is very much so scraped. So I'm going to get a 14 wrench so I can take my cat off and put it in my room, and then I'm going to degreaser all of this. Hopefully all of this. Okay. This is split up into very, like, multiple days. I'm missing one socket. It's a 16 mil, so hopefully I don't need that. This 8 through 19 minus the 16, and this 8 through 19 minus the 9, and this 3/8 ratchet are all I'm going to use. And I'm going to take off my power steering rack. So, wish me luck. I think I can do this all in under 20 minutes. I'm gonna move you guys closer though. I want to do this very quickly so I don't have to be out in the sun for too long. So I'm almost certain that the only bolts I have to remove is that one right there, the one above it, the tie rod end links that I installed, the new ones, and then on that side, and then the same thing on this side. And then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that is everything that needs to come off for my rack and pinion to come off, except for the one bolt that is held onto the universal joint behind this cross member. I'm sorry if you guys can't see any of it. Neither can I, so. Okay then. Yeah. I'm gonna take this rack and pinion off. I'm actually scraping a lot here, so I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, I'm gonna take rack and pinion off and then see all that damage. See if that's at all savable. And then, what the hell? I'm gonna take this plastic shield off too. See everything that's under this, because that's also like bad and stuff. Disgusting. All this oil and stuff. Yeah, this is a mechanic's car. Mechanic's cars don't always look all clean and nice and pretty. The mail came in. Well, I'm gonna take the shield off, take the rack off with the universal joint, and hopefully we're all good. I want to say there are 10s for this shield stuff.
Would you look at that? That's cool.
Whoopsies. Whoa. I'm dripping a whole lot. The fuck? Those aren't mine. Those aren't mine. The hell? How the hell? What the fuck? How they even get under? Okay then. Okay. My reservoir is damaged. Anyways, I'm going to start taking off my rack and pinion now. I want to say that they're 17s. Those bolts. Oh, I am amazing. Na 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 na. Ugh. I'm gonna try to do this from up top. The next two on the driver's side. Yeah. So the top bolt is right there. I don't know if it's gonna focus in though. It's right there. And then there's one underneath it, and then the universal joint is behind these lines. I wish it would focus. It's right there. You almost had it. It's right there. I'm gonna take that bolt out. I think it's a 10. And from there, I should be able to take that stuff off and take the rack off. I still have to get the tie rods off. And with that, I'm gonna use, I think it's a 17 again, and then a hammer, and then pop them out so I can get the rack and pinion off. As you can see, AT180. That means this is a base model. This is the lowest trim model available for this car. Yep. The pliers are behind this, so that radiator might not be factory. Yeah, because they're behind this piece. There's no way. Yeah, that radiator can't be factory then. So I've been under this car for a little bit, and I want to say, Toyota, why do you keep on doing your front wheel drive cars like this? Like, I know on the Lexus ES350, the one that my dad has, step 7 on the Toyota service manual for a power steering rack, step 7 is remove engine and transaxle assembly. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want people to do shit like this. But why is it that you've always done this? His is a 2006, I want to say. It's a 2006 or 2007. And step number 7 clearly states remove engine and transaxle assembly, which is why a power steering rack job for those cars is rated at like $1,000 for labor minimum. And for this one, I thought, oh yeah, it'll be easy. Never ever think, oh, a job would be easy, especially when working on a Toyota. 1, I am greasy as all hell because of this car. That's just because of age and stuff, and it has multiple gasket failures, like the head gasket, which, yeah, I never addressed, but it's because it wasn't necessary. But right now I want to get my power steering rack off. Here's the rubber bracket and the metal bracket for the passenger side. The driver side, the top bolt, you have to take it from up top, and the bottom bolt is hiding behind this bracket, which holds up a engine mount. You see my issue. I have to remove this bracket so I can fit my jack here, so I don't have to lift it off the transmission pan or my oil pan. Okay. I have to take this bracket off, which means I have to take this bracket off. I don't think I have to take the bracket off. This bracket off, actually. But I have to take this bracket off. Probably take the mount off, which I can't even get to because this bracket's in the way, which is why this bracket has to come off. This bracket comes off, and then you have to jack up the engine and transaxle just enough for the mount so you can remove it, then get that bottom bolt off, and then put it all back nice and tidy. That's it. Just to do a freaking power steering rack. It should be 6 easy bolts. And the cotter pins. 2 cotter pins, the tie rod and nuts, and then 4 bolts that hold the rack down, and then the 1 steering linkage bolt. It's 5 bolts and 2 nuts. But no, I have to lift up my transaxle and engine just so I can get to it. Like, this is why I dislike working on cars like this. Front-wheel drive cars. But also Toyotas, because Toyota has had this thing of making things like this that are supposed to be easy jobs, absolute pains in the back. Like, this is a 92. It's old. It's old school. Not old school like that, but it's old. But it's the same issue as the newer cars. Toyota, like why do you have to do this? Like, it makes sense, like, oh, make them all 17s, make it all easy for the tools. But you also have to remove this bracket, which is held on by 19s. 2, 4, 6 19s. And then, and only then, would you get enough space to then get the mount off. And then, once the mount is off, and only then, you are able to remove that bottom bolt to remove the rack and pinion assembly. Like, I am not an angry person. I am just disappointed. Because why must you do this? Why must you make a job that should be easy 2 hours into a job that takes half a day? Well, time to get my breaker bar and stuff out so I can actually take this stuff off. Lucky me, I guess. Actually, you know what? I'm really, I can't bother with this right now. I just don't want to deal with this today. So I'm going to leave this for another day because I am very fed up with stupid decisions like this. And I'm dripping more coolant. I have not touched a coolant hose or coolant line, and I'm dripping more. This is really, really freaking bothersome. Like, why did that woman have to freaking go into the wrong side of the road and hit me? Like, this is really, really bothersome and really annoying. I'm really fed up right now.